Drilling line is high-strength, heavy-duty wire rope. The manufacturer braids several wires together to form the rope. Drilling line comes in diameters ranging from 7/8 of an inch to 2 inches, about 22 to 51 millimeters. Crew members string or reeve drilling line between the crown block and the traveling block. The more lines they reeve, the more weight the system can support. Here, for example, they reeve the line 5 times between the blocks, so that 10 lines support the traveling block. Here's the crown block and traveling block strung together by drilling line. Note how the traveling block goes up and down as the driller takes in or lets out drilling line. The dead line is drilling line that runs to the dead line anchor. The fast line is drilling line that runs to the drawworks. Notice the 5 wraps of drilling line between the crown and the traveling block. 5 wraps makes for 10 lines. 10 lines can lift 10 times the weight of a single line. Also notice that the crown block has one more sheave than the traveling block. This extra sheave is for the fast line. Drilling line comes to the rig on a large supply reel. Normally, crew members string the needed amount of line through the traveling and crown blocks and onto the drawworks. Then, they keep the extra line on this supply reel. The reason they keep the extra line is for a slip and cut program. As the driller raises and lowers the traveling block and its associated loads, the drilling line wears. It tends to wear more where it passes over the traveling block sheaves and the crown block sheaves. The line has to bend around the sheaves, and this puts extra stress on it. The line also wears more where it reaches the end of the drawworks drum. It has to reverse direction here and start back the other way on the drum. This direction change puts extra stress on the line. Not only does the drilling line wear, but the sheaves do also. One thing that the crew does to prolong the life of the sheaves is to rotate the traveling block 180 degrees. During operation, each sheave moves at a different speed. The one closest to the fast line moves the fastest, and the one closest to the dead line moves the slowest. Since the faster-moving sheaves wear quicker, the wear can be distributed evenly among the sheaves by rotating the traveling block periodically. This is often done between wells. To distribute the wear on the drilling line, the crew slips the line a predetermined amount. Slipping the line moves the wear points on the line. To slip the line, crew members lower the traveling block to the rig floor. They then rig up a special hang line from the crown beam to the top of the traveling block. The hang line keeps the block from moving. With the block unable to move, they unclamp the drilling line at the dead line anchor. The driller then uses the drawworks to pull new line off the supply reel. The line slips through the dead line anchor and stationary traveling block. The worn line reels onto the drawworks drum. To keep too much line from accumulating on the drum, crew members cut off the end of the worn fast line and discard it. This is an example of bird-caged or wickered wire. Bird-caged wire is unsafe and needs to be removed by slipping and cutting. Bird-caged wire is caused by sudden dropping of the traveling block. Drillers should raise and lower the traveling block as smoothly as possible. This is the dead line anchor. It firmly secures the drilling line and keeps it from moving. Drilling line comes off the supply reel and loops several times around the anchor. The rig crew then firmly clamps the line to the anchor. The line leaves the anchor, goes through the crown and traveling blocks, and then to the drawworks. Clamping the dead line to the dead line anchor mechanically isolates the drilling line from the supply reel. Because the line is stationary, it is called the dead line.